Welcome back to the channel. What if I told you that a tiny copper coin, minted just a decade ago, might be worth more than your house, your car, and everything in your bank account, combined? Imagine walking past a penny on the street, dismissing it as worthless, while in reality, it holds a secret value of $33 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But deep within the folds of American numismatic history lies a modern mystery so incredible, so seemingly impossible, that it challenges everything we think we know about pocket change. This is not a tale from the early 20th century, nor a fabled relic of colonial times. This is the story of a humble coin minted in 2015, 1 cent, stamped with the Denver D, that has become the subject of intense speculation, treasure hunts, and whispers among collectors. And the reason? A rumored face value of $33 million. Let's rewind to the year 2015. The world was buzzing with change. In the US, technology surged forward, politics churned with anticipation, and the economy showed signs of recovery after years of recession. But tucked quietly in the vast production lines of the Denver Mint, amid billions of coins being pressed and shipped, an anomaly was born. A 1-cent coin, just like billions of others, emerged from the minting press. It looked ordinary. It felt ordinary. But according to whispers, obscure records, and testimonies that have emerged since, it was anything but. The 2015 D1-cent coin wasn't supposed to stand out. Made primarily of zinc and coated with copper, it weighed 2.5 grams and bore the familiar image of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse. The reverse displayed the Union Shield, a design introduced in 2010 to symbolize unity after the divisiveness of the Civil War. It was a simple, modern design choice, one embraced by collectors and critics alike. Yet something about this particular coin, or perhaps a batch of coins, set off alarm bells within small, secretive corners of the numismatic world. The first sign came from a curious eBay listing. In early 2017, a seller posted a 2015 D1-cent coin, claiming it was unlike any other. The listing hinted at unique characteristics, unknown variations, and an alleged appraisal that pegged its value at over $10 million. It was dismissed by many as a scam or a joke. But then, the listing vanished, removed mysteriously after a single bid. The buyer's identity was never revealed. Some claimed it was a government agent. Others said it was a private collector with a bottomless wallet. And from that moment on, the legend was born. Speculation ran rampant in online forums. What could make a modern penny worth millions? Some theories pointed to minting errors, double strikes, off-center designs, or incorrect planchet use. But none of the publicized photos showed obvious flaws. Others speculated that the coin was minted using an unauthorized die or that it bore micro-engravings, messages, perhaps, or experimental security features that were never meant to see the light of day. There were even wild rumors that this particular coin was tied to a secret government project, one involving RFID technology, or tracking experiments within currency circulation. Absurd? Perhaps. But in the absence of concrete answers, imagination flourished. As the rumors spread, the coin's alleged value ballooned. By 2019, the number being whispered in collector circles had reached $33 million. Not $3 million. 33. For a 1-cent coin less than a decade old. Suddenly, every collector in the country began re-examining their 2015 D pennies. YouTube videos popped up, blogs were written, even mainstream news outlets briefly covered the mystery, mostly with a tone of skepticism. But behind closed doors, something stranger was happening. High-end auction houses began quietly requesting any examples of the 2015 D penny that might display unusual features. Inquiries came not just from US collectors, but from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East. One rumor claimed that a coin had been sold in a private transaction in Dubai for an amount exceeding $25 million. The transaction was said to be untraceable, shielded by layers of confidentiality agreements and offshore banking. If true, it would make this 1-cent piece one of the most valuable coins in the world. But what do we actually know? Is there a shred of verifiable evidence that this coin exists, that a single 2015 D penny is worth tens of millions? Here's where it gets murky. The United States Mint has never acknowledged any anomaly with its 2015 D 1-cent coin production. Official records show that more than 7.5 billion pennies were minted that year. That sheer volume makes it nearly impossible to track individual coins. Yet collectors insist that within that massive pool, something extraordinary exists. Multiple independent appraisers have claimed to examine specimens of the coin, though they remain anonymous, citing threats and confidentiality clauses. One even described the coin as bearing a reflective surface with a near holographic texture invisible to the naked eye, but visible under polarized light. Another described a variant with microscopic lettering embedded within Lincoln's collar, something not visible in ordinary circulation. Then there's the theory of the test strike, a coin produced during a secret trial run. It's not uncommon for mints to test new dies or production techniques before mass rollout. These test strikes are usually destroyed. But sometimes, very rarely, one escapes. Could the $33 million 2015 D penny be such an escapee? And if so, why is it so valuable? Some numismatists believe the answer lies in politics. According to one unverified report, a specific batch of 2015 D coins was produced under a Department of Defense contract linked to anti-counterfeiting research. If true, that could explain the hush-hush nature of the coin's backstory. Advanced coatings, embedded technology, experimental materials, any of these could have been trialed under strict security protocols. And if a coin from that program found its way into public hands, its value would transcend numismatics. It would represent a breach of classified material. Another school of thought links the coin to a famous error at the mint in 2015 involving the use of mismatched dies. While officially this error was only acknowledged for a few coins from Philadelphia, some believe Denver experienced a similar, undocumented issue. If a Denver mint worker mistakenly struck a 1-cent coin with the wrong reverse, say, from a different denomination or year, it could create a one-of-a-kind piece. Such errors are extremely rare but can be worth astronomical sums. Combine rarity with mystery, and the price tag begins to make sense. Even without clear answers, the legend of the $33 million 2015 D penny has had real-world consequences. Coin roll hunters across the nation have obsessively searched bank rolls, sometimes buying thousands of dollars worth of pennies just to find a trace of the anomaly. Social media groups dedicated to penny hunting have exploded in membership. Some lucky, or perhaps unlucky, finders claim to have discovered strange-looking 2015 D pennies, only to be approached by shadowy buyers offering to purchase the coin sight unseen, with cash, and with strict non-disclosure agreements attached. Meanwhile, professional grading services have seen an uptick in 2015 D penny submissions. PCGS and NGC, two of the most prominent grading companies, have noted that while most submissions are ordinary, a few unusual examples have indeed surfaced. However, they stop short of confirming anything that would justify a multi-million-dollar valuation. Still, the belief persists. In fact, it's growing. Every passing year only adds to the mystique. What began as a simple rumor has evolved into a modern treasure hunt. For some, it's about money. For others, it's about solving a riddle, a numismatic enigma rooted not in ancient history, but in our own time. And for a very select few, it's about guarding a secret. If the coin is real, and if it truly holds value beyond imagination, someone knows. Someone holds the proof. Perhaps in a vault. Perhaps in a private collection. Perhaps in a pocket, right now, and perhaps you've held one too, without knowing it. If you've ever dismissed a penny, maybe it's time to look again. The smallest coin in your change jar could be the biggest prize in modern American coin history. A tiny disc of metal, worth just 1 cent, unless it isn't. Unless it's the one. The 2015 D USA 1-cent coin, rumored to hold a face value of $33 million, isn't just a myth anymore. It's a possibility. A tantalizing, mysterious possibility that has turned average people into amateur sleuths and everyday pennies into objects of obsession. So before you walk away from that glint of copper on the sidewalk, think twice. It could be the clue to a modern legend that's still unfolding. A coin worth millions. A secret waiting to be discovered. The hunt is real. The story isn't over, and if you found this story as fascinating as we did, don't forget to like this video, subscribe for more unbelievable coin histories and modern mysteries, and ring the bell so you never miss a chance to uncover hidden value in the most unexpected places. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting.